I'm here today with Hamza Yaqub, who's our digital social media and ad work specialist. Yeah? Have I got that right, Hamza?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're here today talking about success stories, and one of the really big success stories that we've got is our work that we've done from a marketing point of view for our pharmacies, I should say.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's really important for us to go into detail of our journey, how we got here, what are the learnings. So I'll begin with what kind of work are we doing with pharmacies at the moment?
Yeah, so when I started off at Trickle Up, it was a very new client for me in terms of because I've been working for the past 6 years with multiple clients, not with so much with pharmacies. So when I started off with the K pharmacy, it sort of felt like there were a lot of maybe legalities involved, very nuanced conversations that I used to have with my team regarding the medications, etc. And there were a lot of limitations in that context. When you're working for a company that is maybe selling screen protectors or selling glasses or selling a product, what I've experienced is that when you're doing digital marketing, even SEO, even Google PPC, Facebook advertising, the overall restrictions and limitations are very limited, and you can actually do a lot with the space that it provides you. But when I came across this specific niche, it was very complicated because I had to look at all the liabilities that were associated with it. One wrong usage of one specific medication would actually I would have looked at my ad and it was limited, or it was it was banned or something. Yeah. So that was a big challenge initially. So I had to learn all the legalities of it initially, and once we did that as a team, obviously the team helped me a lot as well. Once we did that, I started off with once we started off with the SEO, we started seeing some results for weight loss medications initially, and then we have a separate, because now we've matured it to a point where we're actually selling travel vaccinations in cities such as Leeds in West Yorkshire. So in that specific aspect, I've seen that it actually requires a lot more work, a lot more research, and then a lot more analyzing and sort of monitoring as well. But alhamdulillah, up till now we've done a quite good job. We've actually been able to spend in a way that we're getting almost 4 times the results. So yeah, that's been an incredible journey.
So just to explain that, for every £100 that we are spending in ads, we're generating £400 back.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
That's the least, yeah.
And obviously it's been a bit of a journey. So I think initially we tried doing some organic stuff that didn't really work. So what I feel that we've been able to do really well is test things and then understand very quickly of whether or not that's working or not. I read somewhere once it said, if you're going to fail quickly.
Yeah.
And I think we've done that, and we've done that really well. You've mentioned SEO, and we initially started doing SEO for weight loss medication.
Yeah.
From your understanding, how long did it take us, and what were the learnings that we had from an SEO point of view for the weight loss medication?
So search engine optimization for almost any field is dependent upon 2 things. Number one, the quality of your content, the overall keyword research. So basically the quality of what you're doing, and the second is the overall competition in the market. So that basically neutralizes whatever effort you're doing, and then you can actually go on to get results. So with this pharmacies that we were targeting, we saw that there were a lot of competition because there was a lot of pharmacies in the UK, and they're doing a really good job. So we had to sort of have a strategy where we can learn from the competitors and then build our own strategy towards success as well. So I did that with the help of our SEO expert. We initially started off, as you said, from an organic point of view. On the social media side, we weren't that successful. Why? Because on Facebook and Instagram, it takes a lot more time to build a brand. So brand awareness strategy in terms of Facebook and Instagram is quite more like it makes more effort, but once it's developed, it's a very sustainable thing. On the other hand, when you go on like platforms such as Google, so Google has both organic and paid like domains as well. The organic side is called Google SEO. So we started working on the Google SEO. Now the Google SEO, once you have a strong website with strong researched keywords put in that website, technical SEO correct, you see that you'll start to sort of be on the top of the results for Google SEO. Organic results. So that will eventually get you traffic and that will get you conversions. Now there's a very nuanced conversation that we can have regarding how many products that you can rank on one specific website. So we started off with weight loss. So that was a decision we made initially and that bore us fruit. But now we had to rank travel vaccinations as well, which was a separate service. For that, initially, because we did not have time and we wanted to get better results, and obviously we had greater competition as well, so we started the PPC for the travel vaccinations. And what I saw throughout the process was that after a month or two, we started seeing better results than almost any other platform that I could ever think about. Yeah. So Google PPC actually, as you said, at least 400 of spending 100 pounds. So if you're spending 100 pounds, you're getting at least 400 if you're doing it right. But if you're doing it right on a consistent basis, month after month, that 400 actually increases to 1,000 pounds. And I mean, it's really amazing when I see nowadays when I have a very sound and established PPC campaign running, and I see sometimes, like even yesterday, I saw around 30 pounds spent and 1,000 pounds in sales. So that happens as well. But I do not gauge it or measure it in that fashion. What I do is that I take an average of 3 months, 4 months, and then I see what was the average revenue that we got. So it's around 400, 500 pounds.
And,
so, yeah.
And I remember where at the beginning when we said to the pharmacy that it's important that you do paid ads, yeah. And they set a budget of £400 if you remember, yeah. And the month one they said here's £400, and we brought them loads of business and thousands of pounds, and then the following month they said increase it to £1,200.
Yeah,
they jumped from £400 ad spend to £1,200 ad spend, and then the third month, do you remember what they said?
Yeah.
Spend what you like.
Spend as much as you can.
Yeah, spend as much. And,
just don't turn off the campaign.
Don't turn the campaign. And I think now the conversation's always spend whatever you like.
Yeah.
And I think that's really really good that we've got that level of trust, and we've had that level of results as well, where they can turn around to us and trust us and say, well, you do whatever you think's best. Yeah. And I think sometimes when I know we spoke about SEO to begin with, it's important with SEO that you have a level of patience. Yeah. And I think to begin with, because they didn't have any money coming in, they didn't really have that level of patience. Yeah. And I think now that when we've now got a level of trust, and I think we're on our third iteration of the overall marketing plan now. And this third plan is a very involving plan, which involves multiple websites, it involves multiple paid ad strategies, it involves multiple social media strategies as well. So how have we evolved from what we were doing to begin with to what the current marketing plan is at the moment?
I think that's a very brilliant question, because the difference between other niches and pharmacies or anything related to the medical or healthcare is that once you get a hold on the jargons and the overall nuances, you actually become a source of value for all the pharmacies or someone who's looking to get that service. So if, for instance, you're a pharmacy in the UK, all right, and you want to get your SEO optimized, you want to get, you want to have your Google ads, etc. So you want a company that actually has that experience, right? So initially when we started off, we did not have that experience, and we actually took time. At least I would rather argue the first 5 to 6 months were just learning the overall basics of how we can basically market pharmacies and their products in a way that we do not get flagged or we do not get any ban, all right? So that 5 to 6 months were monumental in where we are right now, because at this point in time, what we're seeing is that if we pitch our services to any pharmacy in the UK, and I can say that with full confidence, 10 out of 9 times we'll get the business because we have that foundations in line. So that's very important.
Something that I found really funny and eye-opening was it a couple of weeks ago when we were looking at our ad campaign. And our ad campaign was outperforming Boots and Superdrug. Yeah. And I was saying to you, we could very easily go to Boots and Superdrug and we
Yeah.
would save them thousands.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would save them thousands, and we would absolutely, fill
Yeah.
their travel clinic diary.
Yeah.
And something else that I found really funny not too long ago was when the care pharmacy said to us that they've got 2 locations, and they said,
Yeah.
calm down on one of the locations because we've hit capacity.
Yeah.
And we have to
yeah.
hire more pharmacists to be able to fulfill that work. And
Yeah.
and that for a business, that's amazing. We've got
Yeah.
customers coming left, right, and centre. So just to summarize our marketing strategies that we're using for pharmacies. So we've got clear Google ad campaigns. We've got social media campaigns that
Yeah.
we're launching now. And we've got strong SEO.
Yeah.
And we also do local SEO as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And am I missing anything out?
Other than that, I think the overall branding that we can do on a day-to-day basis in
Yeah.
terms of the messaging that we get across on all platforms, that branding is very important because from an off-page perspective point of view, and again, you talk about SEO. We generally talk about SEO as it's a very simple thing that just, you can just do one thing and it'll be search engine optimization for all things. I mean, search engine optimization, especially what we've done for the care pharmacy, is that we've done on-page, we've done off-page, we've done technical SEO, we've done keyword research, and then we've basically done local SEO as well. So 5 different types of SEO we've done simultaneously in order to produce results. So for that, you have to have a strong team, which we have, and then you have to have a very fixed strategy that you have to follow, that which we have followed on a day-to-day basis, which has basically gotten us results. So that's from an SEO point of view. Yeah.
Well, actually, if we think about it now, compared to when we first started, now we have a dedicated pharmacy
Yeah.
content writer.
Yeah.
Whereas to begin with, we didn't. And we were coming across these terms and they were all alien to us. But I think now, as a marketing agency, pharmacy and that niche, we truly, we
Yes,
could say
okay.
we own it.
Yeah,
we
we own
know
it.
it, we
Yeah.
own it, and we do a really good job with
Yeah.
it. And it'd be easy now to
Yeah.
replicate that activity with other pharmacies.
Yeah, I think we have 2
help
more
them grow.
pharmacies coming in, and slowly and gradually, I think we should increase that number, and then side by side, we should increase our team as well. Again, it all boils down to your foundations. If your foundations are what a pharmacy actually needs from you, you can provide them with that. Then definitely you'll have every you can say again, as you mentioned that once we started off, again there were a lot of customers coming in, and they actually said that it's like full. We can't. I have more customers. So what I've experienced is that from an industry point of view, whatever you do, if it's in the UK or even in the US, etc., the opportunities are immense. Like there are a lot of opportunities. There's a never you can say what would be that word, a dearth of opportunities maybe. Yeah. So once you basically have your home in line, then you can basically get those opportunities and then provide value and get your business across as well. So yeah.
Okay, so on average, our PPC, our cost per, no, CPC,
Yeah, cost per
cost per click, yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously this is not my field. But,
almost the same things, PPC and CPC. So PPC is
our-
pay per click.
Yeah, so our CPC at the moment currently stands at in and around £2
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah,
cost.
it differentiates based on niche.
Yeah.
Like for the previous companies that I've worked for, we've been paying around $30-40 per click. Depends upon so there are 2 main factors. Number one is that what's the nature of the client. Like if a client comes to you and he buys a product, after buying that product, is there a recurring payment that he's going to make? So if there's a client who's coming to you and is going to be a client that's going to stay for you for 12 months or 2 years or 3 years, the overall value increases, so the competition increases. So what the people start doing is that they actually start bidding more. So the CPC increases. On the other hand, when you don't have that big of a client, then you can actually manage and sort of manipulate that CPC from very basic point of view. But what we're doing is that we're not at the very first phase of the PPC foundation.
But you
we're
just
doing-
leave it on autopilot.
Yeah, we don't do that because at the end of the day, it's about consuming the budget in the best possible way. If we leave that decision to be made by Google, Google will spend that budget as soon as possible in the most fast pace as well. All right. So what I want to do is to sort of get the highest number of clicks, the right search terms, and then may produce the right conversions. Because if you're getting around 20 clicks, so the probability of getting conversions is higher if you're getting 5 clicks. All right. Now Google would argue that those 5 clicks that Google is getting you, based on its signals, it's more quality based on what Google thinks. But that's a risk. All right. So it might be, it might not be. All right. So the CPC increases. But when,
so our strategy is more around every pound's a prisoner. So you know,
absolutely.
we've really got to think about it of where we're spending that money.
Yeah.
But whereas Google's spending the money like it's not it's somebody
not
else's
his,
money, and Google's
that's-
just going to spend the money, and then at the end of the month he's going to say, "This is how much your bill is. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And this is how much you owe us."
Yeah.
So I think just to summarize, performance is significantly up. We ultimately own and we know the pharmacy industry now, which is really good. We've got a massive team here who's all capable and understanding the scope of work to be able to deliver across the pharmacy industry and be able to deliver results for our clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Hamza.
Thank you so much
real
for having
success
me.
story, and it'd be interesting to do this every 3 to 6 months, and we can then look at how well they're doing in the future as well.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.